Hello everybody, Cameron here, and welcome to this over-the-shoulder training video for local arbitrage profits. In this video, I'm going to be walking you through how to set up your Gmail account and set up the Gmail hack so you can finally, put all this together and start running the local arbitrage profits system. All right, so what I've done here is I kind of pre-filled in some of this information. I'm just here at gmail.com and I'm setting up a new email account. Now, with local arbitrage profits, it's really important that you set up a brand new email account. You don't want to use your own personal email for this because there's just going to be too many emails coming in and out, and it would just be bad news. So, plus, you need to set up the vacation responder in order to automatically reply to any interest from the business owners. All right, set up a new email. I don't need to walk you through the process. What I've done is I'm still using from the video and the last module, I'm still using the Paul Bridges pseudonym, if you will. So I've set up an email with him, and all I did was I just used the last name, the middle initial S, and then the first name Paul at gmail.com. Other emails that I'll often use are like Paul Bridges Online or Paul Bridges email. And if you really want to scale this out, and once you bring on outsourcers to start working with you, and if you really want to kind of track where the leads are coming from by industry, what I've done in the past is I've just went to Fiverr and I've gotten phone verified accounts created. All right. Now, with these phone verified accounts, they're going to be verified. Most of the time, you'll get probably about a 50 to 70% stick rate, which means that the 50 to 70% of the email accounts that you get will actually continue to work for, another month or 2 months or however long you need to use them. And what I'll do is I'll just take 5 of these accounts, and then every account email that's just set up where like Paul Bridges, they will just go to the dentist. Every email that's set up with, Jane Doe will go to roofers. Every email that's set up with John Doe will only go to lawyers. Okay, so that's a good way to kind of filter out what niches are responding to the local arbitrage profit system for you. And again, once you get an outsourcer, you can get an outsourcer to use one specific email. So if I have an email, Cameron's email online at gmail.com, and I give it to one of my outsourcers, then I know all the leads that are coming in from that outsourcer are coming through that specific email. Okay, so I'm not going to really go into how to do all that, just trying to give you some ideas and some things that I've kind of tested in the past. So Fiverr.com, if you want to get a bunch of emails set up right away, really quickly, I highly recommend Fiverr.com, and make sure that you get the phone verified accounts. But what I'm going to do is, you see all this information here. I just got all this information from the same fake name generator. As you can see, I just copied and pasted the information from here onto the Google account, including the birthday, the current email address, and all that kind of stuff. When you're setting these up, if you're setting up 5 or 10 multiple Gmail accounts, you can't have multiple Gmail accounts for one person. But if you're setting up a bunch of these, you really need to make sure that you clear your cookies and do all that good stuff. Again, I'm not going to go into that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video here, finish the setup process, and then on the other side, I'm going to show you how to set up the Google hack. Okay? All right, everybody, so we're back. I've actually set up the Google account, the Gmail account, excuse me. I'm in the email, and I'm all ready to go. This is really the only part of the actual setup that you'll have to do from here on out. Once this is up and running, and once your website is up and running, you're good to go, and this is pretty much going to run seamlessly for a long time to come. All right, so just kind of really quick high-level overview of the process so far. In the last module, I showed you how to find all your leads, how to fill out the contact form, and send that kind of vague, sort of confusing email, or contact form request to the business owner. And what that should do is that should prompt the business owner or somebody at a specific business to email you. And once they email you, yes, you could go back and forth with them and kind of explain everything. I create landing pages to help increase the conversion of your services page, and it's a really great offer. Are you interested? And you're going to get some sales that way for sure, but that would just be so time consuming. It wouldn't even be worth it for the number of deals that you could potentially get. So instead, I set up this Google hack, okay, this Gmail hack specifically, in order to automatically just send out a quick email to the business owner without you having to do anything, to every single business owner that responds to you. And if they're interested, they click the email. If they're not, so what? Okay, you could be sending 100+ contact form submissions a day yourself within, probably less than an hour's worth of your time. And if you're sending that many, sure, you might only get 10 people a day to go to your website. Again, if you have really low conversions, a week you can still be bringing in 4, 5, 6 deals a week just by spending an hour a day or so. Okay, and then once you really start to scale this and outsource it, it's just going to work like game busters. I have used this so effectively, and I do it a couple of different ways. I don't just do it for the automated funnel. I do it for webinars. I do it for the automated funnel, of course. I do it just to get people onto my email list by sending them a link to get a free opt-in. So there's just so much you can do with this process, and really, once you understand how this works and you can really see the power of it, you can start to use it in a multitude of different ways as well. Okay, so let's actually get into the Google hack. Now again, you need to set up a new email for this. I'm just going to close out this because I don't really want to set any of this up. Now, since you're going to get a large volume of email, you might want to start to scale this up slowly. So on the first day, you might only want to send 25 or 50 contact form submissions because you might get 30 back. And you don't want to overwhelm this Gmail account too quickly. So you should scale it up over time. All right. Let's go ahead and set up the actual Gmail hack, the actual vacation autoresponder. So when you're on your theme, you can set up whatever you want in this account. You don't have to check it ongoing. I personally check my accounts every couple of days or so, just to make sure that everything is running properly, just to make sure that the emails are still getting responded to. Sometimes if you really dig through the emails, you'll get questions from business owners even after they see your vacation responder. They'll still send an email, a day or two later that says, hey, this sounds interesting. Let me know when you're back in town so we can talk more, something like that. So I do check my email every couple of days or so just to see what's going on in there. And I have my outsourcers do that as well, but you don't have to. So the first thing you're going to want to do once you've set up your account, you can set up as much of it as you want to. You're going to want to come down to this little gear here and then go down to the settings. All right. Now this could not be any easier to set up. All right. Once you are in the settings, you want to scroll all the way down under the general tab, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and just go ahead and turn on vacation responder on. Just click that radio button and you're good to go. Today is January the 4th, 2017. So it's going to start today, and then you can choose the last day if you want to. If you want to do that, I recommend that you just go out a couple of years. So it's a little time consuming. Unfortunately, you can't just type it in there just type in there January 11, 2021. But you can scroll there. Just took me a couple seconds to get to September 8, 2021. So if you want to select the last day, you could do that. For the subject, do not put anything in the subject, because what's going to happen is when the business owner sends you an email, whatever subject line they use, the vacation responder is just going to reply to that. So it's just going to be RE, whatever they said. So let's say the business owner sends me an email and his subject line is your contact form submission, right? So if that's the email, if that's the subject line that the business owner emailed me back with, then my vacation autoresponder is just going to automatically reply to that. Okay. And that's what it's going to look like when it goes back to him. So to get that, we need to leave this blank. And then down here, we have a little text box to where you can actually preload your sales script. Okay, your email copy essentially. And what I've done, of course, is I've already written this for you. This is the kind of the same exact swipe that I use. I haven't really done a lot of split testing with it because I just didn't know how that would work. But you could certainly split test some different wording here to increase the results. For me personally, this brought me in leads, so I just kept using this. All right, I didn't want to get too deep into it because this is an automated process, but this kind of quick little swipe, it brought me in sales, so I just kept using it, and it's been working pretty well so far. So what you're going to do, you'll have this below this video. Just go ahead and copy this, starting from that hey all the way down to under the PS, and you're going to have to edit it some. Let me go ahead and bring that back up for you. You're going to have to edit some of this, obviously. As you can see, you're going to need to put in your actual company name, and you're going to actually need to put in the website that you set up for your automated funnel. Okay, so make sure that you change those 3 spots. You can read through this. It's very generic. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Let's say you spent a day sending out contact forms from this email for dentists, for roofers, for lawyers, for IT consultants, and all these people can still get the same vacation responder. It has nothing to do with like specific services or anything like that. It just mentions their services page, and it mentions your company name, and it sends them to your sales page. All right. So this doesn't have to be necessarily filtered by the niche that you're targeting. It can be if you want to. If you want to track what niches are working better for you, you can certainly do it that way, but it doesn't have to. Okay, it doesn't have to. So you can read through this document and see how it works. You can obviously change whatever you like. Again, this has worked for me in the past, so I just keep using it. But we'll go ahead and copy all of that. So I just right click and copy it. I'm going to drag that over there so it's out of the way. And again, we're going to leave the subject line blank, and then we're going to paste this in here. Okay. And now you can adjust this a little bit, right? You can change the font of it, whatever you want to use. Let's go with Georgia. That's always a nice font. Let's make the text a little bit bigger. All right. And again, you want to make sure that you have like this right here, hyperlinked. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure that it's hyperlinked to my actual website. All right. Now, obviously that's not a real page. You want to make sure that's your page. So let's just go ahead and make it like google.com. Okay. And then right here, again, we'll just hyperlink that. And we want to, I need to make sure that I edit that. So we'll just go change. And instead of going to yoursalespage.com, we'll just go to google.com. Okay. And I mean, really, and that's it. We'll go ahead and save this the changes. And you should see the same exact little thing up here that says, you know, your vacation settings are set and you're ready to go. Now what's going to happen is whenever a business owner responds to your contact form that we sent, I'll just go ahead and bring that up. So if you remember, this was the actual email that we sent, right? I hope this is the actual contact form that we sent. I hope this finds you well. Wanted to reach out because I have a quick question about your services. I know this as you're offering teeth whitening and thought it would be best to contact you. Please email me back if you get the chance. So this is the kind of the vague kind of, you know, contact form submission that we're putting out there. So we have a strong call to action here at the end for them to email us back. Once they email us back, the next thing that they're going to see from us is going to be this vacation responder right here. Okay. Just another strong call to action to get them to go visit your sales page, to get into your automated funnel that sells your services page redesign. Okay. And that's it. Now, all you have to do is simply get enough contact form submissions out there to bring in some sales. This process by no means works perfectly. Okay. There's going to be some there's going to be some contact forms when you actually submit the contact form, there's going to be an auto response, right? So once you submit the contact form, there's going to be an automated system reply that says, hey, thanks for submitting your contact form. We'll be responding to it in the next 24 hours or something like that, right? If you see when that happens, then this vacation response is still going to go out, right? Sometimes the business owner is not going to be the one who's checking the emails, obviously. So they may never see this, but this is a mass shotgun approach. You're just trying to get as many of these out there on a consistent basis to bring in some sales. And you don't have to really do any of the work. Everything is going to be taken care of on the services side from your outsourcers from Fiverr. Everything is going to be taken care of in terms of the automatic response and the selling from your website and from this vacation responder. So all you have to do is submit the contact forms. And again, you can get that outsourced as well. So that's the entire setup process. What I'm going to do is now I'm going to send an actual email to this person from my support email. And so that you can actually see what it looks like on the business owner side when they actually get your email. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, everybody. So I'm back here, and I'm logged into my support email. And what I did from my support email is I sent an email to Paul Bridges. And I just said, hello, Paul, thanks for contacting Best Dentist in Santa Monica. We'd love to answer any questions you have. That's going to be like the typical type of email that you'll receive from the business owner. They really have no idea what you're asking or why you contacted them or why you need their help. So what is going to happen is once they email you, the Paul Bridges, the vacation autoresponder automatically clicks in. Now, obviously, as you can see right here, I have a little typo, and so that was all my bad. But this is a good reason to test it once you set it up. But what you can see is that the autoresponder worked perfectly, right? There's nothing that I had to do. This goes through, and if this dentist wanted to go to the sales page, they would click the link and they would be taken to the sales page to find out more about our landing design services. All right, and that's it. There's nothing else that you have to do. And as you can see here, if you go back to Paul Bridges and you do like edit some of his information, then you can change, like right here it says Bridges as Paul. If you go to Paul Bridges's account, then you can actually make his name appear as Paul S. Bridges, and then you can even fill out some information about him. I've tested it before. It doesn't get a lot of traction on the actual website, so I don't think it's anything that you actually have to do. If you come back here, then you can actually see the emails that you got from people, okay? And this is what I was talking about before when I said that you're going to get some questions in here. What you can do is you can click through the emails and you can just kind of see what people are saying. Oftentimes, when they get this email, some people aren't going to like it. Some people are going to have more questions for you. So if you want to spend, another extra 5-10 minutes just going through here every couple of days to see if you have any serious business owners who are interested in this service, then you can by all means come into this email, Paul Bridges' email, and then follow up. All right. Again, let me just say that the process is by no means perfect. Okay. It's not perfect at all. But if you set this up and you run it consistently, you're going to get consistent results, and that's what we're looking for. So that's going to do it for this video. If you have any questions, please let me know. You can reach me on my support email at mktgwithcameron@gmail.com. And please, just as a side note, please don't email Paul Bridges. I'm going to take off I'll leave the vacation responder on there, but you have everything that you need. I'm not ever going to really check this one, so I don't even know how long it will be up and running. So please don't contact the Paul Bridges email if you need to contact me. I'm never going to check it. I'm not actually going to use it for generating leads. So if you want to contact me, please contact my support email. All right? That's going to do it for this video. If you have any questions, please let me know, and thanks for watching.